So we should be live across Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and LinkedIn. Okay, so we have 8 people live. If you can help me with the comments, I should be able to read your comments regardless if you're on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, or YouTube. So if you can simply say hello to let me know that you're watching, that would be great. If not, I can let's start with some introduction. Since today is Social Media Day, I would like everyone to leave their name and like where they're from and like what they like about social media in the comments. I'm gonna start first. So we have okay. So Facebook is not saying the name of the person. So you can see the comments on the right. My name is Ervin. I'm the founder of Publer. I'm from and located in Albania. If you haven't made any plans for the summer yet, Albania is a small and beautiful country in southeastern Europe, and you're more than welcome to visit us. Hi Jessica, hi Jackie from UK. So hi Mike, no video on LinkedIn. Okay, okay. Hi Christiana. Hi David from. Okay. Okay, so let's get started. I know that many of you expected me to wear like Pablo today, but the thing is, I'm not Pablo. Even though I'm the founder, I cannot and I don't want to take all the credit when there are more than 10 amazing people that work every day to make it happen. Also, I want to detach Publer from myself as much as I can. I believe that Publer can be more than just a product. I want Publer to be a state of mind. I believe that every one of you should feel like a superhero whenever you're scheduling your social media posts. Hi, Claudia. And so, regarding social media, LinkedIn is the currently my favorite social network, but Facebook is the one that has a special place in my career. I started my web development career with Facebook. I started building apps on Facebook, and more specifically, if you remember those Facebook tabs that you could install on your page, that's how it started. And eventually, I ended up with Pubber, but we'll get back to that later. So let's say, okay. Hi, Eileen. We have Marcus. We have Claudia. So let's go back, and I want to show you how Publer started. I was still experimenting with Facebook apps. This was 10 years ago, so believe it or not, Publer is 10 years old. And my brother had just started his travel agency here in Albania, and he asked me to build a tool that would allow him to schedule Facebook posts. I liked the idea, and it was a very fresh market. There weren't any competitors, and so okay, let's see. So I started. I built Publer for Facebook, and initially I thought it was a tool that helped my brother save time. But actually, when I look back, his travel agency is one of the biggest agencies in the country at the moment, and Publer helped my brother achieve that. And that's what I want Publer to be able to give to you in the future. So let me share my screen. So, for those that have not seen Publer, this is how the first landing page of Publer used to be. This was done, I think, in a few weeks. I had like a first prototype ready, and it could be used very easily. You could log in with Facebook and schedule your Facebook posts. And eventually, we're ended up to here. So this is like the new Publer that you see today. So we have a new brand, and what we're going to do next is also refresh the UI UX. For those that are joining right now, Publer is a social media platform that allows you to schedule, collaborate, and analyze all your social media posts from the same spot. Publer works not only for Facebook anymore, but it works for 10 different social networks. It works for Facebook, for Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, Pinterest, YouTube, Telegram, WordPress, Google Business, and TikTok. And speaking of what we support, I have some great news. Starting next week, We will also be able to support Instagram Reels. For those that haven't taken advantage of Instagram Reels, Instagram Reels is the future of content type on Instagram. And starting next week, you'll be able to schedule them with Publer, and they will be automatically published, just like any other post type. So before we go into the roadmap and what's going to happen next, I want to see if there's any questions I can answer. Okay, so one of the Facebook users asked how early we'll see real publishing in Publer. We have almost everything ready, but we haven't launched it yet because Instagram it won't be available to all Instagram users. It will be available starting next Wednesday, so we don't want to release something that won't work for everyone. So that's why we're going to wait until next week when it's available for everyone in order to launch it. So let's see some more questions. Okay, so hello from. Okay, I'm not seeing any questions. So another Facebook user is asking for the ability to boost Facebook posts. This is something that we'll be able to achieve at the end of this year. Client approval process. Okay, so since there are a lot of questions regarding the agency, I want to show you the roadmap. And in case you haven't seen, this is the roadmap, and right now we're right in here. So we started with rebranding, and right now we're currently working on workspaces. What you see in the dashboard in here, this will be drastically changed. The menu bar will go on the left, but I don't want to spoil it. Just think that what you see right now, it's not that it will be gone, but it will be 100% improved. And right after we have workspaces, we're going to focus on collaborations. We want to make it easier for agencies to better have a more seamless workflow with their clients, whether they want to work internally with the approval process, whether they want the clients to be able to approve posts. And we will also have a hierarchy for approval. So if the agency wants multiple people to approve a post, you will be able to do that. And besides the approval process, we will also allow users or members to communicate with each other using notes, and this will be internal notes that won't be seen outside Publer. And by the end of the year, we'll also offer a white label solution. So for agencies that are very big and they want to have something more serious, they will be able to have this platform that you see in here. Of course, it will be improved with their own branding. So they will have their own logo, their own colors, and they will be able to attract customers more easily. Because sometimes clients are afraid to use a third-party platform when using with an agency. So we want to get rid of this part, and instead the client will see that this is a platform that they will think is built by the agency, but they don't have to know this, right? So one Marcus is asking about Kibo. Even though I haven't had the chance to go back to Kibo, it's not something that I have permanently canceled. We will have a unified inbox next year. Whether that is going to be inside Publer or outside Publer, that's something that I cannot answer for sure. But what I can answer for sure is that we will definitely have a unified inbox. So saving drafts without images. Yes, you should be able to save drafts without images. If you select Instagram though, you cannot save a draft without image because Instagram does require image, so it's not possible to have a draft when you have it for Instagram. Regarding the API, the plan was to have a public API this year, but we postponed it for next year because we want to make sure that what we do is not against the social networks. I know that Buffer, one of our competitors, they discontinued their public API because I don't know which social network complained, and they want to make sure that they're fully compliant with social networks, and this is something that we're going to have to research deeper. Okay, let's see what else. So once we have the public API next year, so again we're gonna have to research it. Then you will be able to connect Pablo with Zapier and Integromat, and then be able to streamline your automation process. One use cases would be so whenever you post something on Facebook using Publer, to notify your coworkers via email. So this is just a simple question, simple like usage. Let's see. So regarding the white label, that will be a custom plan, so it won't be included in the prices that we currently have. It won't have any limitations because you're going to use your own app, so it won't have anything to do with Publer. Then you will be able to post on Facebook as much as you can, to connect as many social accounts, to invite as many members as you want. You won't have to pay any extra, but this is something that we'll have to agree on the pricing once you're ready to start with the white label version. The plan for this year is also to offer an Android and iOS app. I know that this is very important for those, especially during the summer. And we even have like a closed beta version of the app, which is going terrific at the moment. And in a few weeks' time, everyone should be able to download the app and be able like to schedule posts on the go, and by the end of next year have like the agency functionalities such as approve post or maybe leave posts via notes on the go. What about the So another question is about localization. So to have like the ability to post something in multiple languages. At the moment, if I'm not wrong, Facebook is the only one that allows it, but I'll have to double check. It may be a limitation. Keep in mind that most of the features that we don't offer, it's not that we don't want to, but because we're limited by the social network APIs. Okay, so let's see what else. Question. Okay, this is a very good question. Would you ever think about providing good social media designers for social media posts as it complements the platform? If you look, actually, it's not in here. So this is like internal roadmap. By the end of the year, we hope to make the first steps towards what I would like to call Publer agency. So we'll be able to offer all the services such as social media scheduling or creating like posts for social media for you, but that will be like outside the plans that we currently offer. So Publer will remain as a self-service platform, but those that want more, then they will be able to hire us in order for the services that they need. We're still expecting. Yes, we're still expecting ads to be supported this year. It will be something basic at the moment, so we're just like the ability to boost posts on Facebook and LinkedIn from the same spot. And next year we want to focus more on analytics. So instead of like allowing you to boost posts, we want to show you what is performing better, what should you sponsor, and so on. So I misread the question on the multiple languages. The plan right now, we're rebuilding the dashboard from scratch in order to make it easier to offer a white label solution, to have it in multiple languages, and also to have a dark mode. So by next year, this will open many possibilities in order to offer Publer maybe in Italian, in Spanish, in German. We're doing like the first work this year to make it easier for us next year to simply ask you for like a translation, and we're just going like to put it in there. To post reels. There's another question about reels, and as I said, the reels will be supported only for Instagram starting next week. So stay tuned and make sure to follow us on social media. Like having dark mode. Okay, so what I want to talk about next is the way that I see Publer in the future. Um, I initially thought that Publer was just for saving time, but that's not the goal that I would like you to have. I want you to have bigger goals, whether that's reaching X number of followers on Instagram, whether that's competing with a competitor, whether that's onboarding more clients. So what you see in here in the dashboard, it won't be just a simple composer that you can create a schedule post and that's it. We want to show you in here tools that will help you reach your goals. So maybe we can show you some analytics. Maybe we can show you how you're doing compared to your competitors. Maybe we can show you what's trending at the moment. What I want us to achieve is to answer the three whys of social media managers, which I believe is knowing what to post, where to post, and when to post. So right now we started with analytics and give you like best times to post. I don't have that many. Actually, I do in here. So I have some data in here. So these are the best times to post, but this is based on insights for your account. So we want to be able to take advantage of all the information that we have on our platform, maybe analyze your competitors and offer you even better times to post. And on the homepage, maybe even give you ideas of what to post about, depending on what's trending on social media. Okay, so let's see. Quick question, evidence of this guy, something like that. So regarding if you need help using the platform, if you go to help.publer.io, you'll be able to search for articles. We're constantly adding new articles in here, and also our YouTube channel is a great starting point. We also have like a webinar in there that you can watch, and besides our help center, also if you go to our blog, you'll be able to see articles that are related to Publer and social media in general, such as news and updates. And also we have a feedback page. So the roadmap that I showed you is mostly based on this feedback page. So what we're building in here, oh, and by the way, Publer is fully bootstrapped. So what you see in here is the investment that you have made over the years, investment in terms of money, of course, but also in terms of ideas. So most of the features that you see in Publer are based on the feedback that we have seen from our customers. And if you ask me what I do whenever I wake up in the morning, the first thing that I do is read the comments and feedback that we're getting from the customer, because I want to know what you need in order to achieve your goals. Let's see. Okay. Okay, I'm not seeing any question that I may answer at the moment. Okay, so let's continue. So basically, that's the plan for Publer. I don't want Publer to be just another social media scheduler tool. I want it to be a super tool that will allow you to achieve your social media and marketing goals. Now, to talk. I want to talk about three or two other surprises. So the first one was with Instagram Reels that will be supported next week, and the second big news is that for the first time ever, you will be able to get the first month for free for Publer Business. If you have the free version, you can easily get the free month for free without providing your credit card details. So this is a no strings attached promotion, and I'm going to show you how this works. So let's go to Publer. And what you need to do is when you go to Publer, just go to app.publer.io and then enter one free month. And as you can see in here, it says Publer Business free month. So all you have to do is sign up. And if if you are already signed up, you can simply log in. So I'm just going to log in with a user that has a free account. And as soon as I enter, you will see that it says enjoy Publer Business until July 30th. And if you want, you can extend it. But if you don't want to, you can just take advantage of it. And if I click in here, you will see like the billing details. So you will have Publer Business for 30 social accounts for 3 additional members until July 30th, 2022. So a month from now. And if you don't want to upgrade or continue the subscription, you will be automatically downgraded to the free version that you initially have. But if you want, when the time comes, like by the end of July, you can simply click on resubscribe, and then you can choose the number of social accounts that you need. By default, this promotion counts for 30 social accounts and 3 additional members, but you can easily change this. Maybe you need only 5 social accounts and maybe you don't need an additional member. And this is the price that you will have to pay once like the free trial is over. Another good news is regarding the ambassadors, but before I jump into that, let's see if there's any questions regarding this offer. Let me go back to the blog. So if you go to blog, you will see more details about this offer. So let's see. Greetings from Germany. Are there any news about the central messaging box? As I mentioned earlier, we will have a unified inbox next year. I'm not 100% sure whether this will be part of Publer or it will be outside Publer. But the bottom line is that we will have a social inbox next year for sure. That's like one of the biggest goals that we have for the near future. Okay, perfect. So we can continue. And now, what about people that have been into Publer for a while, using AppSumo, for example? So, for those that are not interested or they don't need the extra 3 months, what they can do is that they can refer it to their friends. And we have made it much, much easier to refer Publer to your friends or colleagues or anyone that you know on the internet. We have invested a lot on our affiliate program, or as I like to call it, our ambassador program. There's no better ambassador than our clients, and that's why we built this in-house because we want to be in full control and also offer higher commission rates. We're able to offer a 50% commission rate on the first payment for each new client that we bring, and a 20% commission rate for each recurring payment that the customer makes as long as he's an active subscriber. So the ambassador program is very easy. Once you sign up, you will be asked to enter username. So this is the username that you get to pick. Me personally, I hate affiliate programs that simply give you like a bunch of numbers and letters to share online. And this way you can customize it with your own username. I chose my last name for this one. And you can simply copy it, or you can use these buttons in here to share it on social media. Now, the good thing about our affiliate program is that you can even leave a testimonial, and this testimonial will show up whenever a visitor follows your affiliate link. So let's do a test. So I'm just gonna copy this one. I'm gonna open a new tab. Actually, I may need to log out first. So let's log out, clear the cookies. Okay. Now let's assume that I'm just a visitor and I'm following this link that I saw on online. So when I click on it, you will see that the Publer homepage will load up, and I will also see the testimonial from the ambassador. And in here, this text message in here supports Markdown, so you can include links, and maybe it's a free way to advertise your agency, for example. And but it also increases the possibility that the person that you referred will sign up because they will feel more familiar seeing your face, your name, and something from you. And the good thing about the ambassador program is that you don't necessarily have to share the main link. We made it possible. So let's scroll down and see what else we have on the ambassador dashboard. You will be able to see like how many clicks you've gotten, how many people have signed up using your affiliate links, how much money you have made. So the data that you see here is just for showcase purposing. You will see like the commissions, the payouts. I don't have anything in here because again, this is just for showcasing. And near the bottom in here, you will see like the top ambassadors, see how much the other ambassadors have earned and where you're standing. And on the right, you will see which link is performing the best. And on further to the right, we made it easier for you to share links that we think will have a higher conversion rate. So every feature that we offer can be an affiliate link, and actually every link from the blog can be an affiliate link. So let's go to our blog, and let's find maybe an article that may be interesting to your audience. For example, how to manage tag photos on Instagram. So I simply click on it, and in order to make this an affiliate link, all I have to do is enter my or add my ambassador username at the end. So now this will be another ambassador link. So let's open it in a new tab. Now for the blog, so links that take you to the blog, they won't show the testimonial pop-up. This is something that we will try to offer in the future. But even though the person that clicked the link won't be able to tell whether that they will be uh, considered as a referred person or not, the moment that they sign up, the system will know that this person came from this ambassador. And let's go back to the ambassador dashboard. So regarding the free month, you can easily share it with your audience, and we also made it easier for you to have like a caption that you can share on social media. For example, if I want to share this one on Twitter, I simply click the Twitter icon in here, and this will automatically have like a caption. It will also have your affiliate link, and also it will tag us, but you can always like remove this text if you want to use something else. And the same works for Facebook, for LinkedIn, for Messenger. So we tried it to make it much easier for ambassadors to spread the word and get rewarded for doing so. Let me see if there's a question in here. Okay. Okay, so apparently the LinkedIn stream was having issues. Okay, so let's continue. Uh, on the ambassador dashboard again, you will also find marketing resources. So all the official logos will be in here for you to download and maybe use on your website. If you have a blog with high traffic, you can easily add banners or maybe our logo in here and just rely on Publer doing its job. And you can see also our brand book. So we have some guidelines of what to do and what not to do with our logo. And actually some more information in here. So regarding the commission rates, and we also offer sign-up bonus. So if you know that someone is interested in using the free version, you will also get a little credit for referring Publer to that person. Okay, so let's see. I think right now is I don't think I missed anything. Let's see. So we talked about the roadmap. Okay. So I'm gonna stop presenting, and now I want this part of the live stream to be dedicated to Q&A. If you have a specific feature that you want me to showcase, I'll be more than happy to do so. So let's wait a few seconds for questions to arrive. Okay. So maybe LinkedIn is having issues. Okay, so I'm gonna go through comments and see if there's like a question that I missed. And apologies if I did so, it wasn't intentional. So regarding is there a way we can network with another as public users, like having a community of marketing agencies? What I recommend is the Facebook group that we have we call it Publer Nation. So this is a group. It's a very very active group. So if you need help for from the members, you can join. You can ask questions, and even if one of the members is not able to get an answer, then we'll jump in and help you. So let's see. We have another question. Affiliate question. If they follow my link and start on free, will still get full commission when they convert to paid. First payment bonus included. Okay, so this is a point that I forgot that I missed. So regarding where did we go? So if you share the link for the free month, of course the user won't pay anything for the first month. But as soon as they pay for the second month, will be then you will get 50% commission based on the commission rates that you have on your ambassador program. So in here, even though like the customer is taking advantage of the free month, even though they're not paying anything, the moment that they pay, then you will get a 50% commission on the first payment, and then the 20% commission will like be the commission that you will get for the payments moving forward. I wish there was a community page, not on Facebook, maybe like Discord. Okay, that's a good suggestion. What about having to reconnect regularly to some social networks? Is this normal? This is not normal. If you have issues reconnecting public with the social networks, then I suggest that you go to the help center. And in here, you can, one of the most seen question is in here. I can see it. So if you search for constant reauthentication issues, it will show up. We have an article for Facebook and Instagram, which are the most uh, popular use cases because Facebook has made it so that you give a permission for everything. And the moment that you disable a specific permission, then the public connection will drop. So we have an article on that. You just have to go to the business settings and make sure that Publer has access to all the required permissions. And we also have an article for Twitter, I believe. For Twitter is if you need to verify your Twitter account and something like that. But if you're still not able to resolve the reauthentication issues, simply contact us via the chat and we'll be able to look into that. Affiliate question. So let me see. Okay, we answered this one. So no Discord. We also have a Twitter community, but for some reason it's not that popular. We also have a group on LinkedIn as well, but again that one is not popular either. So for now, what we have seen is that the group on Facebook is the most popular one. So that's why we're more active there. Okay, let's see. So I'm gonna go through the questions one more time. Okay, so the comments stay here. For this live, I'm using Restream. It seems to be a great tool because I'm able to stream across multiple channels. And now that I'm thinking, this is probably a feature that we should have in Publer as well. Okay. So this is a good question. What's your biggest challenge while developing Publer? Um, So the biggest challenge with Publer is that you have to constantly rely on the social networks. And more specific case, back in 2018 was like the hardest year for Publer. This is where the scandal with Cambridge Analytica happened, and by the time we were, let me stop sharing the screen. So back in 2018, Facebook decided to pause all third-party apps because they wanted to review what the third-party apps were doing, and they did for Powder as well. And Facebook was the only social network that we supported back then. And this pause was for 5 months. So for 5 months, we weren't able to post anything to Facebook groups, which by the time were very popular among our customers. So we lost nearly half of our customers in a few weeks, and this is the only time where Publer was almost going bankrupt. And I don't know how we managed to survive, but I'm glad that we did, and I'm glad that I didn't give up because today I believe that we're building a very, very big tool and a big community. So this is the biggest challenge regarding Publer is that we constantly have to rely on the social networks. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's look at the last question. Is there an issue? Okay, my phone is. Okay, let's see if we find another. Okay. Okay, so I'm not seeing any more questions. Let's see. So right now in the comment section, like people are talking about Discord. So I want to hear more questions regarding Publer. Okay. Will the calendar be updated with better viewing options, year rolling view, so it doesn't cut off at the end of the month, and expand contact views contracts so that all posts for a day can be seen at once? So what will happen with the dashboard is that we'll make it full size, so you will be able to see your calendar view in a full size screen. So I believe that should help you visualize all the content without having to scroll up and down or left and right. Okay, send me so let me see if there's like a private message on Facebook. Okay. Okay, so apparently we have a typo, like one of you like brought it up. So if you look at we have a typo in here, and I want to apologize. We simply did this promotion as fast as we could because I wanted to announce it during the live stream, but we'll get this sorted out as soon as possible. Okay, let's see if. Okay, I was expecting more questions. What's your favorite flavor of ice cream? I would say pistachio and chocolate. Let's see. Is there a limit how many YouTube videos can upload through Publer in one day, in one week, in a month? So let me share my screen. So if you look at the help center and if you search for daily post limits, you will be able to see all the limits that we have for all the social networks. Again, these limits are not to limitate you, but it's in order to protect our app and also to protect our customers. Uh, with Twitter, we also had issues a few years ago. So one some event promoters were using Publer to mention like the artists that were performing at the time, and for some reason Twitter thought that our app was spamming. So that's why for Twitter we're very limited in terms of mentions, and for the rest of the social networks, we're limited. We're limiting you on the number of posts that you publish. Um, Okay, so there's another question regarding integration with an automation tool like Public. Um, so again, next year we hope to have a more robust public API so that you can connect Publer with other automation tools. Um, Thank you, Bowling, for the comment. I'm really happy that everyone is enjoying and loving Publer. I would say it's been the journey of my life, and I cannot wait to see what the future reserves for both us and you at the same time, because we want you to achieve success together with us. Thanks for answer. Okay, let's see. Okay, so I'm not seeing any more questions. Let's wait a few more seconds. So yes, I know that my English is not perfect, even though I lived in Texas for 7 years. I believe that being able to speak fluently in a foreign language is a talent, and which is a talent that I don't have. But that hasn't stopped me from like running Publer, so that shouldn't stop you either. Okay, so there are some questions regarding AppSumo. So let me go back to Publer. Let me go back to plans and pricing. So the AppSumo customers will always have the business plan. So whatever changes in the business plan, that will affect you as well. And you will always have the features that are mentioned in here. We will never remove features or limit the features. One of our number one policies is to never charge you more than you were supposed to or offer you less than what you paid. Okay, let's see more questions. So, do you have any? I want to showcase maybe a specific functionality that may not everyone uses. Maybe recycling, maybe watermarking, maybe using the follow-up comments. Okay, so there's a question. Is there any way to have a view where one client's different channels were grouped together at a time? So we're working on Workspaces at the moment, and even though we already support Workspaces, but we call them teams. So what I recommend is that you have a separate team or a workspace for every client. If you can see in here, this is a demo workspace, and here I have a bunch of test accounts that we use for testing and demo purposes. And consider this one to be client A. And if you want to switch workspace without having to have multiple accounts, you can simply switch workspace using this drop-down menu in here. And then I can go to the Publer workspace. This is where we have all the Publer accounts connected, so I can easily post something across all our channels on Publer, and this will not affect the view that I had in the demo workspace. So if you have multiple clients, I always suggest you that you have a separate workspace for each client, and this way you don't mistakenly post something on the wrong client. Okay, so there's a question. Any suggestions to make social posts more interactive and get more traffic? Some tips and tricks, for example. This is very hard. This is a question that I don't think anyone has ever been able to solve because it depends on your audience. It depends on the market that you're currently in, and also it depends on the time of the day that you post. You have to think of all these things whenever you post something. But if there's one tip that I will give you, is that to always be yourself. Always try to care for your customers, not just advertise something on social media. Put yourself on the client spot, or like whoever is visiting your Facebook or LinkedIn page. Is that whatever you're posting? Is that something you would like to read? Are you doing anything to support Ukraine? So this is a great question. We're currently hiring developers, and but so far we haven't gotten any applications from Ukraine. And for those that flee the war, we're more than happy to accommodate them and their entire and their family for an entire year here in Albania. But I don't think that Albania is like a country where most of their refugees go to, especially from Ukraine. But if you're willing to relocate to Albania, we're hiring developers and we'll be able to help you with accommodation and living expenses for the first year, besides the salary, of course. Question: if I'm an holder of Canva Pro, is that implemented as well, or will I have more options when I use Publer to create a design? So regarding the Canva integration, uh, what you see in here, so when you click on Canva, what you see in here is the features that come from your Canva account. So if you have a pro account, then the features that you will see in here will be from that account. So for example, I can use this design in here because we have the pro account. But if you were to log in on Canva with your own free account, then this option won't be possible. Unlike Canva, that we don't offer like a pro version of the Canva account, for Visa Create we offer the pro features included. So regardless if you have a Visa Create account or not, you will be able to take advantage of the pro features without having an account on Visa Create. We will create a dummy or a dummy account on Visa Create that you will be able to utilize only within Publer. So you will be able to take advantage of the pro features, but only within Publer at no extra cost. Okay. So how many days for these game-changing features? In the following days, get ready to schedule your Instagram reels directly from Publer. As I mentioned earlier, the ability to post Instagram reels via the API won't be available to all Instagram accounts. So that's why we're holding this back until next week. And starting next week, by mid next week, everyone will be able to post Instagram reels using a third-party app, and that's when we will also give you the ability to do so from within Publer. Okay. Okay. Question: have you stopped doing business in Russia? As far as I know, we don't have that many customers from Russia. Um, so as far as I know, like we're not supporting Russian businesses. Okay, so apparently we fixed the issue that we have with the creative for the 3 month. Let's see if we have more questions. I also want to hear from you how you're using Publer and what's something that will make Publer work better for your use case. Okay, so no questions here. No worries if you're late. You will be able to watch this live video at any time. This should be up on all our social accounts, and also on our blog, on the article where we mentioned the live stream. You will be able to replay this video. So someone from Facebook is using Publer's recycle post feature extensively. Maybe I can talk about recycling because this is, I would say, one of the most complex features in Publer. If I don't have any questions, then I want to showcase you how the recycling works. I won't run like an example in here, but I want to tell you what's happening in the backend. So let's say that you have 10 posts that you want to recycle. You want to recycle them maybe every week for every weekday, and so instead of like scheduling them every week for the next 1 year, for example, what Publish does is that every midnight UTC time, it goes on and recycles the post for the next 24 hours. So if you have like 10 posts in the queue, Publer will pick the post that was never recycled, so it will give that one priority and like schedule it for the next day. So if you want to add new content to the recycling queue, you can do so, and that will go in front of the other posts that maybe have been recycled more than the others. Actually, Publer will make sure that no post is recycled more than the others. So this will give you flexibility to always post fresh content, not be repetitive. And in case you have something to manually schedule for the next day, you can do so without being affected by what Publer is going to recycle. What great question. Okay, so talking about recycling. Okay, so there are two questions regarding the music library within Publer. This is the first one that I'm hearing this suggestion. But if you use Vista Create, then this one has a library for video and audio, which you can utilize within Publer. So let's create a post maybe for Instagram, and I'm gonna choose Vista Create, Instagram post, click on continue, and in here maybe let's use this placeholder, and I want to put some music. Actually, no, this is not the right post for music. Let's choose this one. So we have summer music fest, and I want to put some music to this video. So if I click on music, then I'll be able to explore all the options that Vista Create offers. So maybe I want to use summer, dreamy, maybe let's see something disco. So let's choose disco. Okay, so this looks nice. So I'm gonna just drag and drop, and in here, so this is a post. This is a video post for Instagram, and I was able to create it within Publer with just a few clicks. Maybe I can change this the text in here. So maybe Publer DJ Publer. Okay, and then click on export. Click on publish, and this video with the audio that I chose will be exported into Publer, and then I'll be able to either like post it or schedule it for the future for Instagram. It may take a few seconds because Publer is now downloading it from Vista Create. Okay, that's a bummer. That's what usually happens when you do live demos. I'll have to look into that one. But in theory, you should be able to see the video in here and then schedule it or post it for later. Most likely, Vista Create has an issue on their end, which is something that I'm going to look into as soon as we finish this live video. Okay. So there's Margie, hi Margie, is asking if there's a way for posts scheduled in Facebook Business Manager to be pulled into the Publer dashboard. Unfortunately, this is a limitation from Facebook API. So whenever we sync posts from Facebook, they only give us posts that have already been published on Facebook. So there's no way for us to know if you have anything scheduled outside Publer. We can only sync posts that have already been posted. Okay, another suggestion, I think the hashtag generator can be further developed. That is true. We currently use a third-party service for the hashtag suggestion, and I know it's not great, but I believe that it should do most of the job. So maybe let's upload a picture from Unsplash. So maybe that's a short summer. Maybe this one. So in here, what Publer does is that it automatically scans the media that you have uploaded and give you some hashtag suggestions. So maybe let's run a test and see how the hashtag suggestions can work. It says Insta trip, which is okay. Travels makes sense. Happy travel beach. So it was able to detect that this is a picture from the beach. Liquid sky, water. So it is okay, but I know it's not great, and hopefully this will change in the near future. Let's see. So, is it possible to shuffle scheduled recycled posts? At the moment, this is not possible, but let me create a few recycling posts. Let's see if I have them here. Okay. So I have a posting schedule. So those that use recycling know that they need to have a posting schedule set in order for recycling to work. So I'm gonna make this a recyclable post. Recycle every 2 weeks. Apply to all posts. So in a few clicks, I just created two posts that I want to be recycled. And unfortunately, this cannot be shuffled because the way it works is that Publer always makes sure that the post that hasn't been recycled yet will take priority over the other ones. And if you want to change the order, the only way you can do so is by pausing the one that you don't want to go next. So let's say that I had like 100 of recycling posts in here. I simply like pause the one that I don't want to go out in order to give priority to the other ones. Maybe there will be a better solution in the future, but for now, this is a quick workaround that you can use. Okay, so regarding the content folders like Meet Edgar, Post Planner, and Social B, is there a specific use case that labels won't work? For example, we created labels in order for you to be able to categorize them easily. For example, if I want this one to be labeled meme, and maybe this one I want it to be labeled news. So even though um, this is not a folder per se, you will be able to filter them. So if I want to see only like a news post, I can simply click in here and I can see what posts I'm recycling for news. So it doesn't. Oh, so back to the hashtag search, hashtags recommendation. It does take the text into consideration as well. So if I say in here cannot wait to go to the beach, then if I look at the hashtag suggestions, then we should see hashtags related to the words that I wrote in here. So I can see beach, to the beach. So these are relevant hashtags. And keep in mind that only Twitter at the moment allows us or third-party app to offer insights. Um, okay, so let's see. Is there a possibility that some of Kiba features like inbox for messages and comments for the accounts in Publer? Yes. So regarding the unified inbox, regardless if we're going to have a separate app or not, we will have a unified inbox within Publer. Whether that will be part of Publer or just an integration, that will be decided in the future. But the goal is to have a unified inbox within here, so I can see. So instead of using Restream to read your comments, maybe I'll be able to open like the inbox in here and see all the comments that you're leaving on our social accounts. Okay, so Stavros, can you repeat your question? I'm not avoiding any question. I may have missed it. Okay, so there's a issue with TikTok accounts keep needing to be reauthorized. I'm not aware. I'm not aware of any issues with TikTok. So simply like contact us via the live chat or send us a direct message on Facebook, and we'll be able to look into that one. I know that a few months ago TikTok had some issues, but they have solved it. Okay, so Starus is asking, what about content for posts? Any ideas whether we can get when we can get some automatic content using specific keywords just to get content quicker? Maybe you can do that using external API. So for the moment, I don't have any example in mind of a third-party app that you can use. We do offer a content suggestion tool, but this is mostly for news. I would say it doesn't give you suggestions on what photo to post on Instagram. So I don't know if there's a third-party app for that yet. And the reason is that we don't use any at the moment. All the content that we create is authentic, so we try to create our own content. For photos, we do use Unsplash a lot and integrate or combine with Canva in order to make it have our brand. Okay, so back to the hashtag predictions. So these are again these are suggestions that we give you for hashtags to use, but the insights that we give you in here are for Twitter. We can only pull insights for the Twitter from Twitter network. Instagram API is very limited to hashtags, so they have a very limited API, and we wouldn't be able to offer what you expect regarding the hashtag suggestions. My recommendation is just to use these hashtags, even though they work for Twitter, most likely they will work for Instagram as well. LinkedIn, on the other hand, does not have any API at all for hashtag suggestions. Only Instagram has, but it's very limited. You can only make a small number of queries, which means that if a customer goes in here and makes some searches, then like the rest of the customers won't be able to make any searches. I know, Marcus, I feel your pain, but the reason that I want to have Kibo as a separate app for the unified inbox is that I want to offer more than just a place that you can see what messages and comments you have. We want it to be integrated with platforms that are not a social network. For example, we want to offer you the ability to respond to live chat, to respond to emails, maybe platforms that are not social networks such as WhatsApp or Viber or Telegram, and also offer the ability to create marketing campaigns. So if you want to announce a new feature, you'll be able to create a campaign from within the app that I'm planning to build in the near future. But as I mentioned, we will have a unified inbox in Publer either way, but it will work just so you can see what new messages and new comments you have on social network and be able to respond to them. So John is asking whether for the one free month campaign do we use the same affiliate link or not. What I recommend is that if to go to the ambassador dashboard one more time. So let's go to my ambassador dashboard, and if you scroll down, you will see uh, here it is. You will see the link that you need to share in order for your audience to get the first month for free from Popular Business. So yes, so hi, Mustafa is asking whether Pubber will have a built-in link shortening feature. We do have plans to offer a built-in link shortening because we don't want to rely on third-party apps for features that we can build on our own. But I don't have an ETA for that. Okay, so I think we've been an hour live, and I will stay here for a few more minutes, and then we're gonna call it a day. So let's see what any last question you may have. Okay, so we're gonna wait 2 more minutes and then we're gonna call it a day. I hope to hear one more question from you. I want to hear what's the one thing that you love Publer the most. And actually, what do you think of the new brand? So, um, even though the old brand was very ugly and we didn't risk that much, it's still rebranding is a very risky purpose. I have seen many cases where rebranding went wrong, but I want to hear what do you think of the new brand. So let me open the new brand in here one more time. So what do you think of the colors? What do you think of the logo? What do you think of the superhero? Because we don't want to do another rebrand anytime soon. Perfect. Thank you, Stavros. If you love the new brand, and from what I'm reading, you do, you're going to love the new dashboard as well. It will continue to be simple, but it will give you enough space to do more. So right now it is very limited. So if I open the dashboard, it is very limited. Even though I have a large screen in here, it's very limited in here. And if I want to go to the calendar, then I won't be able to see all the posts because I like to scroll down or maybe like scroll left and right if I have like a smaller screen. So if my screen was like this, then I would like to go left and right. Then the new dashboard will allow you to visualize all your calendar and will take the full screen. So Orgus is saying to show you the new dashboard. If I get at least 5 comments with the new dashboard, then I'm going to show you a sneak peek. Okay, so I think we have enough votes for the new dashboard. So I'm gonna show you just what we currently have at the moment. By the way, even if you try to go to this one, you won't be able to go to see it because this is a restricted URL. So this is the new dashboard, and this is how the new calendar will look like. So let's switch to the monthly view. And apparently, I don't have anything in here. I wish I had like an. I was logged into an account that had like some stuff in here, but this is basically the new dashboard. We're still working on the create page, and the cool thing about the new dashboard is that it will allow you to collapse the site menu. So if you want to go to the calendar, then you'll be able to see the calendar in full view. You won't be distracted by all the side menus or all the top menu bars. You'll be able to do all your work in here. Okay, so far, awesome. Thank you, everyone. So even though I'm not saying thank you enough, the comments that I really that I'm reading are very inspiring. Uh, they inspire me, and I hope the entire team to keep moving forward at the same pace that we have been going for the past 2 years. Is the public it looks is have the same function like Meta Business have or not? So the thing is that I'm not very familiar with Facebook Meta or Meta Business. It's been a very long time since I use a third-party app for scheduling posts. We have been focused more into Publer and what our customers need, and I think every business this is what they should do. They should not focus on what the customers are doing. They should focus on their own, so what they're offering and what their own customers need. And I think it has been working great for us, even though I don't know what Meta Business is offering. I know that many people or many customers prefer Publer over like Meta Business. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so enough spoiling. Let's go back to the current dashboard. Okay, so Stavros is asking regarding the geotags on images. Unfortunately, this is something that we cannot do within Publer. You will have to do it using like a third-party software tool. But also, I'm afraid that some social networks may remove the geotags that you have in the photo. Uh, for example, Google Business, I think they remove it when you post it using the API. I'm not very familiar if that happens when you upload something on social networks. Facebook, on the other hand, also does some compression, so most likely they will remove the geo meta tags as well. Okay, I think it's time to call it a day, unless there's like so regarding the 1 free month, it will be available only for 1 week. So by the end of next week, this option won't be there anymore. So if you're interested in trying the full features of Publer now, or if you know someone that really needs Publer, then I suggest you that you take advantage now rather than wait for later. All you have to do is sign up. You don't have to enter your credit card details, and you will be able to land into the business plan right away. So you can start utilizing Pubber for the entire month, and you can see that after a month, if it doesn't work for you, then no hard feelings. You can simply do nothing, and you will be automatically reverted to the previous free plan. Uh, So the apps they will soon go out into public beta, which will allow everyone to download Publer on their Android or iOS phone, and eventually after that, then we'll make it public. There won't be much wait time between the beta and going public. Right now, the beta is going great. We're not seeing any crashes. We're not seeing any bugs, which is a clear indication that the team did a great job and we're ready to go live. Okay, thank you everyone. I was very nervous when I started this. This is not something that I usually do. But reading the comments, it was a very pleasure talking to you and meeting you all, even though not face to face. But just by looking at the comments, I believe that we have built a great community, and I cannot wait to see what the future reserves for both you and us. And I hope that Publer will help you reach your marketing goals. It doesn't matter what they are. I want Publer to be there side by side as your social media superhero. Thank you again, everyone, and I wish you all the best. Bye bye.